Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Total War, where last time we began advancing on every front. Up north, the Ikoiki are basically collapsing. In the centre, our primary army is moving forward. Over on Shikoku, we've got yet another army basically ready to go, and our fleets, meanwhile, have naffed off away to the west, dropping a decent-sized army way behind the Hojo enemy lines. So, oh yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. This is a good start. Though I will admit, I have realised one small problem with Operation Sneak an Army Behind Hojo Lines, which is, yes, if I basically do anything behind Hojo lines, I'm also very nearby to Takeda territory. And the Hojo, I know, are massively overextended right now, because they've sent most of their armies against my castles and been destroyed. They're a bit on the flimsy side. The Takeda most certainly have not, so they've presumably got some really strong armies floating around, really nearby to every single bit of Hojo territory, because, you know, their lands are massively intertwined. That could potentially be a problem, yes. Still, for the time being, let's focus on the good news, which is the economy down in the bottom right there. That's looking pretty strong right now, and I think there's more we could do there as well. Because, you see, the final level of farming, land consolidation, that's now available thanks to a bit of work in the tech tree. So, yeah, we could basically get another 300 odd of wealth out of all of my economic heartland territories just by constructing that. Though, honestly, given, yeah, we're only going to be getting an extra 150 tax per turn out of that, there might not necessarily be the best use of money. Here in Hygo in particular, I think we might be better off just, you know, destroying the warlord stables and replacing them with a small economic building of some description. Because, yes, we're definitely not going to be building any more cavalry over here. No one Suo has now got, yes, warhorse stables and a powder maker and a Yari drill yard. That's much better. And that's ignoring the mega buildings we stole off the Chosakabe when we took Shikoku. So, yeah, we can tear that down in order to make a bit of space in that territory. But yeah, I think actually, for the time being, I might be more willing to put a bit of money towards some recruitment. Especially bow samurai. We could do with some bow samurai moving towards the front line. So, get some of them being trained over here in Busan. Because, yeah, obviously we've got... Well, actually, you know what? I was about to say, we've got the benefit of bonus accuracy. But if I just wait a handful of turns, and I think we can wait a handful of turns, yeah, that could go up to a much more significant amount of accuracy. Plus, on top of that, thinking about it... Okay, what we could do as well, potentially, is upgrade this to a fortress, and then get one of those encampment buildings down here. Because an encampment could upgrade to a hunting lodge, and then all of a sudden we'd have, like, you know, plus a 15 accuracy to all units coming out of this town, and that'd be pretty significant, actually. So, you know what? Let's start thinking about making that sort of an investment over in Busan. That could be useful in future. For the moment, though, right, time to see what everyone else is going to do in response, because I've just made some slightly aggressive moves, maybe leaving myself a tiny bit vulnerable, especially here at Hoki. So, okay. It's possible we're about to lose Hoki, but if we do, honestly, we can get it back pretty easily. It's not a problem. And gosh darn it, the Hojo just keep moving their bloody boats around. We need to track down that one bloody irritating boat. And also... Okay, so it turns out the Hojo had a slightly larger army floating around nearby than I was anticipating. Okay. It's not that large, though, and I do have some Portuguese troops and whatnot, though... Okay, this is going to be a bit of a difficult fight, by the way. The one advantage we do have is, yeah, we have got way more bloody bow units, so we can rain down a fire on these bastards. I think we can make this work. This is going to be fine. Especially factoring in, okay, they're coming at us, and we do have some woods. Everybody loves woods. Especially when you've got a big number of ranged units. That's going to be fine. We've even got a very, very slight hill that should be just enough to let my Portuguese troops use their guns. So, yeah, these guys today, they're not going to be frontline troops. So we're going to put them in the second line as gunners. And if need be, I mean, just look at those stats right there, in terms of melee attack and whatnot. These guys can stand and fight if they need to. So, okay, slightly misty day, but a classic lineup here. Samurai at the front, and then we've got spear walls guarding the flanks, guns in the second row, tons of archers in the third, entire flipping army is hidden in the forest, with the exception of the general. So, yeah, they're not going to see me till they get close. And as a result, what I'm going to do is, yeah, have all of my archers not set to fire at will. Because I don't want them to open fire until the gunners are also in range. So, okay. What we do is, yeah, let them come to us, though. Bloody hell, it is a bit misty today, yes. And just for once, I am going to remember to take out the bomb throwers before the bomb throwers throw bombs at me and thus destroy most of an entire cocking unit. Okay, here we go. The units are about to walk into bow range, but my bows are not going to open fire. I'm going to wait for them to enter, yeah, this range. As soon as the gunners reveal themselves, that's the moment. So, guys, you're into firing range. Good. Right, open fire, flaming arrows. Basically, yes, open fire on all of these stupid losers and completely cocking annihilate them. Beautiful. So, okay, we've got huge amounts of fire raining down on you stupid losers, including, right, light cavalry is just swarming in. So, okay, they are now just rushing the front. Now, where are those cocking bomb throwers? That's the general. Where are the bombs? I want you guys to just focus down those idiots, please. But yeah, the problem is, Yari Shigaru and Spearwall, they can hold against Jari Samurai, but can they win? That I'm not really so sure about, though, okay, most of you guys are on this side. I feel like what we might want to do is, yes, at this point, do a big inspiration to you, and then, okay, you know what, you're actually already, no, you're not quite in the right position. Move forward a little bit, buddy. Move forward a little bit, just to make sure you're doing everything you can to these guys. So, right, huge amounts of fire, raining it down, arrows, etc., etc. Right, the bomb throwers have, like, been mostly taken out already, which I am fine with. Let's get the horses out and about too. How's the front line doing? Okay. Katana Samurai are definitely taking damage, but my front line is in trouble. There's the cocking bombs, but that's fine. Right, you guys get over to here. There is... oh, there's their light cavalry. Well, may as well deal with that, because, yes, we've got the numerical advantage there just about, so hopefully we'll deal with them. Oh, dear. I feel like possibly my front line has, collapsed. This backstab plan may not have gone entirely to, you know, plan. So you guys just fall back for a second. The Portuguese troops are... I think I put the Inspire on the Portuguese troops. Shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. So hang on. Where are you guys going? Oh, you've broken, have you? Oh, this has all gone wrong. This is... okay, guys. Reposition yourselves over here. Protect the archers. Just out of position. Run. Then reform up after you're done. Possible we might be able to salvage this at least a little bit. Hang on, how are the horses doing? Not great. The Katana Samurai are holding on this side for some reason. You guys form up into spear wall again, and then just begin sort of pushing in this direction. The point is, we've got a whole bunch of bows continuing to fire over at the back here. That might mean something. Guys, you better be in... are you in wall formation? You better be in wall formation. Right, some of them are retreating. That's fine. Let's see if maybe, just maybe, we can push forward a bit here. You guys appear to be struggling. The Portuguese troops are... they're holding the line. Well done, guys. Though, seriously, why do Portuguese troops always die into my command? It's deeply weird. Right, you guys get back over here. You are... okay, not in a great position either. Everybody rally, please. Activate rally mode. I want nobody breaking for the time being. We just need to... oh, take out the general. Right, literally everybody who's still got anything they can do, focus all firepower on the general. If we take out the general, maybe, just a maybe, we've got a chance, because I kind of noticed we appear to be, you know, a bit light on troops. There's Yari Samurai. You guys just move over here. Get the general away from a Yari Samurai. Bloody hell. So, okay. Their general is under fire and shattered and hopefully dead if we're lucky. Right, continue laying down fire on... Oh, there's some random ninja there. Katana Samurai, Yari Samurai. Yeah, just lay down a fire on those guys. See if we can break them. You're mysteriously holding against, like, samurai, so well done, I suppose. You fire over there. I really thought we'd lost this, but it's not impossible. We might be able to win, though. You know what? It's entirely due to the Portuguese, who are just on the front line, doing very, very well. Well done, lads. So, you know what? I think my general needs to get involved at this point. So, just to get him out there, see if we can chase off the bow samurai. And yes, you guys just need to get over here. Hit the... Okay, those are just a handful of ninja. Focus on fire over there. You trying to hit these guys. I don't know whether this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. At this point, it's literally just the general and the archers. That is all we've got. So just slam into these guys. Do some damage, which is fine. Okay, we now need to start staggering the flipping archers. Just to fall back a little bit, guys. Fall back a little bit, though. Oh, I feel like this isn't going to work. Okay, fine. I thought we had a chance for a second, but I think it's all got a bit wrong, actually. Right, get over here. Just continue hitting the bow samurai. You just run. Everybody run. If you've got fire arrows, use them. That would be good, though my general's now too far away from everyone else, so that's no good at all, so... Oh, dear. Right, you go over here, hit the Yari Samurai, if you'd be so kind. You just lead them round in a circle. Okay, just lead everyone round in a circle. That's also Yari Samurai. Okay, my general can't deal with Yari Samurai, and I can't cooking see what's going on, because there's too much bloody, mist everywhere, so... Okay, so Operation Backstab didn't go brilliantly, as it turned out. The Hojo had more armies in the back line than I anticipated. What I should have done, really, is, you know, actually just sent spies ahead, which I tried to do, but Metsuke just kept arresting them, so... Okay, so this hasn't gone well in a way. No, it's literally now nothing left but the general. He can't withdraw because, yes, we were already out of movement points because we only just landed, so... If we're lucky, maybe he'll get back on the boat and we could just leave and pretend this didn't happen. Okay, so, we've learnt a valuable lesson here, which is, 1, before you invade the enemy's backline, send in spies to check that it's safe. 2, seriously, me and Portuguese troops are just cursed. Every time I bring out the Portuguese, they just die. Meanwhile, as for the Ikoiki... Okay. They've just come in for another attack, sending another army in, being backed up by, yes, the very battered army that we just kicked the arse of. So, okay, on this occasion, it's 4 units of basic bows, then, yeah, just some light cavalry and whatnot. But this time, they're attacking me, so they've got to come into my line and... I mean, I think you're being generous, saying they've got the advantage here, game. I'm not sure they do. I think we can just stand at the back with my guns and bows and cocking and murder them as they come in. Especially with this much slope to work with, so, oh, bloody hell, my gunners are gonna have a field day. Seriously though, why is it so misty everywhere at the moment? This is a really cocking misty. I can barely cocking see anything right now. So yeah, we've just got a solid line of spear walls with gunners on the high ground behind them. So any enemy that comes in this direction, we just hold the line, we shoot them to ribbons. We've got plenty more bows around the back as well. And on top of that, when the fight actually begins properly, yeah, we've got a little surprise hiding in the forest over here, though... Unless you may be a little bit on the exposed side, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So, where are you guys starting? You know what? That should be fine. You just stay hidden over there while these guys move in. And seriously, why is it so bloody misty everywhere in Japan today? Though, gosh darn it, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to come too close to my cavalry and spoil the surprise. So, for the time being, we'll just have you guys run back over here. and yeah, you can join up with the rest of them later. So yeah, the first wave's coming in. That'll be the second wave following behind them. That is fine. So yeah, don't worry about them. Looks like only the cavalry will catch up in time for the first exchange. So you just get over here. We'll bring you out to the forest when the time is right, my friends. And once again, do not open a fire with my bows until my guns are in range. That's the point where we open fire. So as soon as guns do something, just watch the guns. They'll expose themselves when these guys get into range. Then we reveal ourselves. Because, yeah, their archers are going to be torn to shreds in a second. There we go. First unit comes in. Begin activating fire arrows, etc., etc. So, one of their units of archers is about to be basically deleted, actually. You're going to be in a lot of cocking trouble, buddy. Beautiful. More archers around the back, though. They sent those guys ahead for some reason. So, yeah, you're going to be eliminated. That's not going to be a problem. There is another unit round the back. You're just going to be shot by guns. Honestly, I'm surprised you're not more dead at this point. Like, several units are firing on you. Fire arrows have been sent in. We've also got gunners on the high ground. I'm really amazed that you're not, like, you know, doing more in terms of dying. Though, hang on. We've got units trying to sneak up the side, but that is right. Light cavalry charging into a spear wall. Well done, you stupid bastards. Not sure that's going to work well for ya. More light cavalry planning to do precisely the same thing. My gunners can just do whatever they want. That is fine. Honestly, I can't really see what's going on right now. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine, because yes, everyone's being shot with, like, fire arrows and whatnot, and then charging uphill into a prepared spear wall. Like, this is not going to go well for them. They are wavering already. This is fine. They just cannot break the front line. And I've got a superior number of archers round the back. Speaking of which, now everyone's nice and distracted. Guys, what are you doing? Why are you running forward? And also, why are you not in cooking spear wall formation? You know what? This is all going to work out. You just get over to that bow unit and chase them off, if you'd be so kind. So yeah, we have got a flipping cav unit ready to start flanking here. Just send in all of you to the high ground. John, there's reinforcements coming in. Do not forget about the reinforcements. You're wavering. Okay, we can probably pull you back into the formation you're actually supposed to be in at this point. Sorry, I kind of forgot about the second wave there. That's fine. So, okay, wave 2 is now coming in, but is walking into precisely the same situation, except these guys are tired because they've just had to run across the entire map. So, as a result of that, yes, they're not doing very well at all. They're going to be slow, low morale, etc., etc. Oh, yeah, these guys are just collapsing. The moment they touch my front lines, they are giving up. Because, yeah, we've got prepared spears, we've got bows, we've got a gunfire coming in from above. Oh, look at that gunfire right there. So, yeah, they are just basically being torn to shreds. I love seeing that on the front line. So, yeah, they just can't do a thing to me. So, okay. Now I think we're safe to send in our cavalry to start just, you know, picking off the survivors. Because, yeah, any that we kill now won't be around when we move in to take the next city down the line. So, okay, guys, have you remembered you've got guns today? Anytime you're ready. I swear you've got guns. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. Also, yeah, archers, please deal with the one remaining unit of bows, if you'd be so kind, because, oh dear. The poor Iko-Iki. They're doing their best, but it's just, I'm pretty sure you've just fired. I see some smoke there. You did something at least. Well done. Right, it's going to be difficult to track them all down in the fog, but yeah, send in every bit of cav we've got to ride these bastards down. I want none of them making it back to the city, please. Still, I will say, it is nice to have a nice, clean, easy victory in order to, you know, make up for that rather embarrassing defeat just a moment ago. Oh, yeah. 300 lost, most of their army's been wiped out. Beautiful. So, okay. That army was shoved back, and on top of that, yeah, the garrison, or at least what was left, inside Inaba right there, that's now even weaker, so there's too many boats making it through my territory. I don't appreciate this at all. And okay, they're sending some troops back in this direction to cause trouble. We managed just to deal with them. You attempted to apprehend me. Didn't go very well. Meanwhile, hang on, we've also got... Okay, there's lots of stuff going on. Hang on, hang on. Which army was... Okay, just chill out for a second. A lot of stuff is happening to me at the moment. Step 1, this army is not technically dead. But it's been sabotaged, meaning I can't move this turn. There's no way to get this army to safety. Because, yes, I think a ninja has sabotaged it, which depletes its movement points. So, was hoping to evacuate with this guy. But it turns out that's not going to be a thing. So, okay, I suspect you might be coming in to finish me off pretty soon. Got it. Still, bare minimum, this Iko-Iki army decided not to take back Hoki, which is lovely. And yes, you've just sort of come round here and set fire to this lovely bit of farmland, which is annoying, but... You know what? Let's look on the bright side here. That army that just got massacred, because they're dead, I don't need to pay their wages. The economy's looking way better all of a sudden. Okay, send like one battered unit back to Hoki, just to keep those guys chill. Because I think if we cancel their taxes and send one unit, there we go. They stabilise, that's fine. Most of this army can push on. We should be able to pretty much just walk into, Inaba right now. Because what was left of the army inside is now dead. It's now nothing but garrison. So yeah, we can literally just walk in and take this place, no trouble whatsoever. Which is good, because we could do with a little bit of replenishment, and that would be nice. So yeah, this should be a 0 loss fight. Spot on. In we flipping go. Occupy that. No trouble whatsoever. So, right, we've taken another bit of land there. Lovely. So, oh yeah, the map's looking more and more blue. And you, sir, looking, yes, very battered yourself. I think we might be able to just roll straight over to Tajima and take that. And that's a proper castle town. So that would be, yeah, maybe a good point to say that's the new line we hold for the time being, at least the north. Like, you know, the equivalent of Bison down south. Okay, problem the next. Lots of armies are floating around here. So I'm going to say... Yeah, you just put the army into this boat here, if you'd be so kind. And then, yeah, drop off that army over here. So, okay. That's now a good army in a position where it can reinforce Harima, which gives this army the freedom to go and mop up these stupid losers. Though with a slight issue, I think I forgot to repair the main castle building, which was a mistake, because that does a lot for repression. So, okay, because you guys have just landed, I can't actually get you into the castle. And that is, oh, that's a lot of flipping a samurai, so we don't really want to go into that too short-handed, to be honest, no. And again, against that many samurai... Bows would be nice. Gosh darn it, this is going to be difficult to take care of. Then again, actually, was this society, yes, causing trouble at the beginning of this turn? I don't think it was, actually. Yeah, the only mounting unrest was in a Hoki. So, one turn of a major unrest here in a Harima doesn't really matter, like, at all. So, in which case, yeah, just send the entire army with this guy. That's fine. So, okay. You go on a hunt down these stupid losers. They're going to retreat into the forest, unfortunately. We actually get up to you. We can, good. So yeah, we can kill 2 generals right now. There is also a pleasing lack of forest on this battle map, given, yes, it took place in a giant forest. So, I'm going to call that a huge win, because yes, if there were too many trees around, that might have been a bit difficult. So okay, slightly unusual formation here, which is nothing but katana at the front. Then we've got bows behind them, and I'm going to put all my guns and all my cavalry on the flank over here. And yeah, they're laying out their troops sensibly. Yari samurai sticking nearby to bow samurai, given bows are obviously vulnerable to being charged by cavalry. But if you've got Yari samurai right nearby, that basically, yeah, means that's no longer a thing you can do. Still, they do rather appear to be, you know, charging into me, so... okay. This is of interest. They've decided to play a bit on the offensive side here. So in which case, just start, yeah, bringing my line inwards, just for a second. Bring you to here. Bring all the guns to here. And all my cavalry round to here. And yeah, we'll just start flanking them. This is going to be fine right here. So guys, just to form up right about there. That is fine. So yeah, if they want to start trying to hit... Oh, guys, hang on. That's the general right there. There's Yari Samurai. Oh, guys, are you 100% sure you want to do this? Because, yes, we're just going to shoot you with everything. And there's a general. There's a flipping general. Just start shooting at them. There is some more... Okay, hang on. What's going on with... Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping, yeah. General down to 28. You've just been shot. 24, 23, 22. And you are going to be in trouble in no time whatsoever, good sir. Wavering. 14, 30, 12, 9, and broken. And off he goes. So, right. Just get you out of there. That is fine. Then you guys just fall back a little bit further. Honestly, yeah. There's not much they can do to me. You guys, activate fire arrows if you haven't already, because why not, quite frankly. And then, yeah, you just deal with... Oh, hang on. Is that Yari Samurai? Yep, that's Yari Samurai. You've got to be careful when it comes to Yari Samurai. So you just turn in this direction. You just turn over to here, but okay. At this point, yeah, they're just being shot from many angles. This is fine. You fall back, please. You fall back. You get over here. Reinforce those guys. But yes, if we could just blast at them. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping, yeah. Oh, that gunfire. Oh, that ridiculous level of gunfire. That was a thing of beauty right there. And then we just run away, and we just keep running away too. Just, no, guys. Don't let Yari Samurai get on top of you. Bloody hell, guys. I know you're elite mega cavalry, but you can't deal with Yari Samurai, can you? That's not your job. Just cocky run away, dear flipping dear. And you just run away too. But yes, at this point, I think the main battle line has pretty much collapsed. And there we go. The main line collapses. So we just basically start chasing them down. That is fine. You've decided to fire on someone. That's A-okay. Bringing in some gunners to assist. Hang on. We've got some more units that need chasing down over here. Make sure, yes, no one causes trouble for us in the future. But, okay. That was just a nice, easy shooting gallery for the most part. And the thing is, even if you lose a few cavalry... It kind of doesn't matter if what those cavalry were doing was stopping their units from doing anything, but desperately running after cav, while other units just gun them down. So yeah, we lost some units, but honestly, I will take that. That is fine. And that army has been completely destroyed as well. Good. And we'll be back to full strength in no time whatsoever anyway. In fact, to tell you what, now that we've got, yes, an army here and another army here, I feel like the backup Bison army is ready to make a move. Especially given I've now got spies nearby. So, yeah, let's just send a spy slightly around the corner. Just to see if anyone's too nearby with anything that looks too scary. But I strongly suspect... there we go. One Iko-Iki army, but look at that. It's mainly just Ashigaru because that's what the Iko-Iki field. And we've got some more Hojo over here, but it looks to me like they're starting to run out of steam. They've tossed their best armies at us already. Now they're going into armies with limited, if any, experience. I've killed their best units. Now any they recruit are not going to be as good. But yeah, as I was saying, I think we're now pretty safe to potentially send this force round the corner, because you are very happy with basically no troops whatsoever. And yeah, you could go round here and lock down this territory, just to mop up this small force in the rear. So okay. Now, we're starting to make some flipping progress here. We're painting the map blue at a good pace, though... okay, be a bit careful of, yes, the relatively high volume of navies that are being formed up north. Of particular note, to block those guys from getting around the corner over here. And then we've got another fleet down south that currently doesn't have anything too much it's worrying about, so... okay, 3 of you just to start breaking north, and that's where the trouble seems to be at the minute. You, meanwhile, your 3 boats in good condition, and just chase these guys off, yeah, the trade route, so they'll probably refuse to fight.
Maybe if we're lucky, we can, yeah, catch both of them right here. Then they might be willing to... there we go. Actually, you know what? That is only one of them. But yeah, that is 2 marine carriers versus my 1. But I've got the boat ships with fire arrows, so that should be fine. This is one of the weird blind spots of naval AI in Shogun 2, which is... on land, the enemy 100% sees and acknowledges, hey, I see you're moving your army into a flanking position, I better turn my line so it continues to face you. But on the sea, no, they turn their boats to face you, but hold their line precisely as it is. So you just move up the side of the enemy, then walk down their line, picking off their boats one by one. It works every time. And there we go, one ship gets scared off, the other one, it gets literally surrounded, you panic, you rout, we board you to claim you for our own, everybody flipping wins. Oh, you see, that's not even in that bad condition. 53 Marines are still perfectly happy and ready to serve, so, okay. We've got one of your ships, others have been chased off of this area. And if we can, yeah, finish you off at next turn. So that's you taken care of. However, I know there's a decent-sized Hojo fleet somewhere around here. I saw it during the turn transition. And the odd boat is also sneaking through from the south. Because, oh, bloody hell. Guys. None of this, please. All of you. Oh, bloody hell, there's so much. There's so cocky much. Why there's so many? Okay, just... try and stop them as best you can. There's an entire cocking line of these bastards for some reason. I need to chase them back the way I came. Because if I attack them from the right, they'll flee left, further towards my territory. Which I don't want. So... okay, this is all very ridiculous, but whatever. Continue pushing them out to sea as far as you can. Sooner or later, they've got to fight, right? Okay, turns out they've not got to fight. But then again, actually, we just sent out the European ship. Gosh darn it, that wasn't in range either. Yes, for some reason, that one's got more range than all the others. Not sending you completely out on your own, though. You might get swarmed. So, okay. The enemy is starting to overwhelm me just with pure numbers right now. I'm going to say this army's just lost. And we're better off deploying this fleet for, yes, mop-up duties. So, I'm really sorry, guys, but you failed miserably, and as a result, you're being left to die. And up north, same basic problem. We're just swimming in small boats, and I'm pretty sure we're just desperately trying to get to my vulnerable trade fleet. So, we've got to stop them. We just can't let them do that. You're a bit on the wounded side, so... push you further out to sea, so the small forces can deal with you. That's fine. And then, yeah, we can just push these losers back without it being too much of a problem. But yeah, we're not really killing anyone right now. We're just pushing them further and further east. I can, however, just make it to that Hojo Navy. So, oh, that's just 4 trade ships. Beautiful. So, okay. Tragically, 2 did sink, but we got the others. So yeah, you guys go and join up with this lot, and just heal yourselves up. When we clear the Takeda off of that trade node, that might be a little bit of extra money for us. So yeah, just repair all that up. That's fine. And yeah, you are not quite blocking this route, unfortunately. But yeah, we've taken out the Hojo fleet, which was by far the worst. The Takeda fleet has never really been a problem. Yes, like I was saying, just toss down a basic sake den right here in Ahigo, because honestly, there's no reason for you not to have that. And yes, do I want to do the ultimate land upgrade? You know what? It's probably worth doing, if for no other reason than it gets me bonus food. And bloody hell, bonus foods are 8 at the minute. There must be territories I've taken that have got, yeah, upgraded farmland, but not upgraded castles, so... okay, that's working out in my favour, actually. Seriously, though, where are the Shikoku fleets? Because, well, actually, hang on. We've got you. It's not great, but it can deal with, like, you know, the odd 1 boat here or there. I guess we're going to have to send you out. And, yeah, with the Spino in position, we don't need these boats here just to keep an eye on this nonsense anymore. In a perfect world, we need to go and take Setsu. If for no other reason, then, yeah. That is a military port. I'm not having that. You over here. Okay. There's no port here. There's a ninja fortress. Don't worry about that. That's not really important. So yeah, if we just take out Setsu, there'll be no more hostile ports anywhere near Shikoku. Then we just hold the cape down here, and we'll be fine. And John, do not forget to repair towns after you take them over. That's very important. As for this town, by the way, yeah, 86% eco, because eco is like a religion as much as anything else, so... okay, we could do with building a church here, just for safety. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure I've got the money for that, is cancel the sake den, because that's really not that important in the grand scheme of things. Purely so that I can fund, yeah, a church right here. Get a basic chapel in play. As for tech, by the way, I feel like... why are you currently researching Essence of the Spirit? Probably because you researched this and it went over to that automatically. I often forget to, like, you know, reset tech, so... okay, what should be next? Because if I move down towards traditional building, and then calligraphy, we can go towards epic architecture. Bonus happiness and economic growth to the entire empire, so, yeah. Researching your way down to the very bottom, that can be good. The military equivalent being +1 morale, +1 defense, +2 to charge bonus, and also cheaper recruiting. Not bad either, you know, not bad at all. One nice thing though, if I do take calligraphy, with bonus to diplomatic relations, that might make it a tiny bit easier to force someone else into surrendering and resuming trade with me. On top of that, that law court would be very useful back in my economic heartlands. The alternative being, yeah, sumo tournament for 2%. You know what? I'll take calligraphy, if only because, yeah, it does maybe move me towards epic architecture, if that's ultimately what I decide I want to do. So, okay, you're just healing up there. You are resting up in this forest as well. If we need to, we could send you for one turn in a bison, purely to just, like, you know, help you chill out for a second. But yeah, for the most part, let's see what happens next, because given Operation Backstab has horrendously failed, my attention is now going to turn overwhelmingly back to the front line. So right, keep a timer ticking along here, and there's that bloody fleet, and also, you plan to, like, finish me off at any point? No, you're just planning to consistently ninja me. Fascinating. So okay, more troops are moving in, a big Hojo force there, and... there we go, they finally decided to come out and face me. With a single samurai unit. I'm gonna try and win this just for fun. Because all I really need to do is, yeah, stay nice and far back. So these guys have got to run over to me. Spread the archers out massively. So, yeah, whoever gets charged, the others just open fire on them. And then consistently use a massive charge in the rear using my cavalry. So, oh, this is never going to work. But we'll give it a go, damn it. And also, John, that's not an archer. That's a Yari Ashigaru. That would be better if it was an archer, to be honest, Jas. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, they're turning in this direction to take on my general. So in which case, just slowly move forward these units. Bring you into position over here. Bring you into position over here as well. My one chance might be, yeah, they get obsessed with following my general round. They just let my archers pick them apart. That could potentially work, you know. Then we just, yeah, stagger the fire arrows. So, yeah, you get hit with fire arrows. That is fine. The general comes nice and close to you. Tries to draw your attention. Come on. Guys. Just come over here. Come over here. That's fine. And now you're charging into... you're charging it into the spear wall, which is weird, but you decided to do that. That's a-okay. They pull back to try and deal with the general. You just shoot these guys in the rear. You shoot these guys in the rear too. They're running the wrong way. We get to just shoot them up the arse with all of my archers, which should be a little bit more effective. My general can only do that, like, so many times, because, you know, he's not that tough. He's a general in Shogun 2. This is not really their job. still, the Yashigaru did a good job. They're still, like, you know, all alive and whatnot. So, okay, you guys just pull forward while the general just leads these guys in a circle. Okay, now they've taken the cavalry bait, I think potentially we can actually make this work. So there we go. One set of fire arrows for these stupid losers. Beautiful. And yeah, we just lead them in a big old circle in range of weird targeting, but fine, I suppose. Yeah, now we just lead them in a big old circle, and they are just going to keep getting more and more tired because, yeah, units in this game, they are very easy to bait, and that's the big trick for Shogun 2 AI. Once they've seen something, they will follow it to the ends of the earth. Although on this occasion, right, I think they've just seen the archers and got close enough they've decided that's going to be their next target. So that's fine. They are now exhausted and, yeah, just hit them in the back while shooting at them. Beautiful. Right, now maybe, like, get out of there, buddy, because otherwise you're going to be torn to shreds by, you know, guys with katanas and whatnot. You just slightly reposition yourselves. You open a fire. They are now exhausted, so... okay, this is actually working. We can win this. In fact, at this point, they're so exhausted, my archers could basically just, fire, and then retreat and fire again, because their movement speed is down to functionally nothing. I think it's time to, put some fire arrows into these guys and see if maybe, just maybe, we could trigger a little bit of a break or something. But yeah, just hit him in a big old circle. This is gonna work. It shouldn't work, it's incredibly stupid, but I think it is gonna work. Oh, here we go. They're starting to flicker. They're not happy. Send in reinforcements. No, they're back to steady. But honestly, I think if we just send in my own spear walls at this point, we're now in a position where, oh dear, you've run out of ammo. That's the one downside with my plan, potentially. If I run out of arrows before the job's done, that could be an issue. Okay, bring in the spears. Use the archers for a flanking maneuver. We could do some good work here. Send in the cavalry round the outside. Drop some arrows in on top of them. This is the moment. We're going to hit them from every angle simultaneously. Wavering. 54, 53, 49. And my general lives to see another day. Oh, yeah. A decisive victory. Thank you very, very much indeed, game. Screw you and your stupid samurai attack. Okay, so it turns out, hang on, where was that? There was a big Takeda army right there, but I'm not sure where it actually was. And then there's a big Ika-Wiki army, so, okay, we're not done yet. Finally, you guys are attacking a flipping Hoki, about bloody time. Question is, can I maybe hold that with just, the samurai retainers? It's only 99 archers. If I had more archers, like, you know, a single full stack, maybe. You know what? We'll give it a go. Bare minimum, we could damage them. So, okay, you're all coming from one angle, and it's not that one, John. You were just looking the wrong way. Well done. So, okay. Send your archers over there. Keep the samurai back. Their job is just to charge forward and murder anyone who comes up onto the wall. But unfortunately, this is a basic fort, not even a stronghold. So, I've not even got archer towers to back me up here. So, okay, units are just piling in right now. You open a fire, use the fire arrows, etc., etc. So, okay. Fair bit of damage done immediately, though, to be honest, don't even worry about the archers. Focus, you know what, that's exactly right. Focus fire on the Ashigaru. If we take out their infantry, then all they've got to take the fortress is the archers. And my samurai can easily beat the archers one-on-one. So yeah, just do what you can to wear down these stupid losers, and that will be positive, alright? That's the right thing to do, because they're getting tired, though you, sir, you're the general, aren't you? So, okay. Focus on you. For the time being, the archers are taking damage, which is understandable. They're outnumbered like 10 to 1, because they're only a half-strength unit, but give it your best shot, lads. Jen, now I'd say it's time for you to just back off. You might be able to do more good work from the rear, given, you won't break, so just pull you back to here, let them climb up, and when they get to the top, charge in with the samurai. Then it's going to be difficult for their archers to do anything, for the simple reason they'll be shooting their own folks in the back. So, right. Forward, please. You just actually, yeah, spread right out. Spread right out, please. Spread right out. Lovely. Right, and now charge. You've got no special abilities, no anything. So hit these guys, given they are tired and not in spear wall formation right now. There we go. Hang on, I think they are in spear wall, actually. But yeah, we should be able to chop them down. In come fire arrows, but my units can't break, and my units are also mostly pretty resistant to archer fire. So honestly, you're probably doing more damage to your own troops than you're doing to mine. So that's absolutely fine. So yeah, you meanwhile, get back over here and provide supporting fire as best you can. They can break, I can't. And I suspect you're pretty much just shooting your own guys in the arse right now, which is hilarious. So, yeah, just continue firing on you. Beautiful. More troops are charging up here. You guys are just firing in over here as well. So, yeah, if we can just get the actual infantry to break, gosh darn it, yeah. There's only 60 samurai. They're going down too fast to the archers. It was the best plan I had, but I don't think it's gonna fly. Yeah, that unit is now officially fighting to the death. So, okay, there was just too much firepower here. There was nothing I could do, unfortunately. So, okay, one more defeat to add to the pile, but then this is Realm Divide. You don't expect to get through it unscathed. Oh, and hilariously, I think I just lost my spy, given he was just, yes, counter-converted back to Buddhism. So, okay, he's gone, unfortunately. And also, assassination attempts are occurring, and also, armies are dead. Metsuke's ranking up, though. That's nice. Though after a certain point, it kind of stops mattering, because Metsuke's only exist to power up cities, and once they've maxed out, yes, these two skills. Honestly, there's not much point in upgrading them any further. So, okay, let's focus on, yes, mopping things up here. We've got a small but decent army moving north here. They could just take this settlement. In fact, for the first time, that's just some Christian rebels, but they're very battered Christian rebels, so we don't really need to be worrying about that too much. Beautiful. Taken for only 144 casualties. Move in, secure that. Lock down a supply of iron long cocking lasts. And yeah, once again, increase the food supply, because these are small towns with a big farm. So, okay, that's going to be good for my economy. My cities are going to be growing at a good rate with this much surplus food. So, you can't quite make it to, yeah, Hoki this turn. But that's fine. You just stay here, get these guys to chill out. And right, they've got Naginata Dojo. Alright, interesting building for your one and only slot. Beautiful. But yeah, these guys aren't going to be able to go up to Azumo, simply because, yeah, that's a proper fortress. So, there's a decent garrison, and also multiple tiers of defences waiting for them. This force 100% cannot go and do that. And obviously, they're not going to Inaba. There is a small force here, which is interesting. You guys are in, yeah, decent enough shape. Could you just go and, like, deal with them? Okay, they just retreated a tiny amount. And I'm kind of tempted to just say, exempt you from taxation. Maybe leave gunners here, because gunners aren't particularly good when it comes to attacking towns anyway. And we could just straight up march on. Like, I suspect we could just go and do that. Because, yeah, this is the force that was badly damaged during the last attack, so they're already not in great shape. So, move in. Yeah, we can just auto-resolve for that. That's really not a problem at all. So, okay, they get taken out without too much in the way of trouble. Beautiful. And though it is currently... Oh, there's a level up too. Well done, buddy. So, okay. Though it's currently winter... Back on the path. Can you make it to... Okay, you can't make it there right now. But if I was to send the army in most of the way, and then just to send the general off by himself a tiny step further, and... No, not... Oh, bloody hell. Okay, this is getting messy. Just send you around the corner to see if anyone's even in the city. Why can we not see the city? You know what? I'm going to be honest. That's more than I want to attack with a damaged army in winter in a cocking castle. Well, actually, you know what? That's a fortress, not a castle. Fair enough. But yeah, I think I'd rather just return it to friendly territory and heal up a bit more. And yeah, even though Inaba's mostly undefended, this army is in range of it, so if they do swing around the corner and attack it, that's going to be fine. You, meanwhile, should probably, then again, would it be worth you just going for one turn back to Bison, just to heal up properly? I'll tell you what, we've got... Ooh, blimey. Big Takeda army that I can't quite see properly. Big Hojo army too. Do I want to take those guys on in a basic fort? Like, is that worth it? This, meanwhile, is... Right, that's also a fort, unfortunately. Okay. I don't know what's in those armies. That's the problem right here. If I was to, yeah, put you guys into this city, would that basically be condemning them to death? And accordingly, would bringing you guys down to that city put you in a very cocking and dangerous position? I think there's an argument for just letting them have Harima and falling back to more favourable terrain, at least until I've got better visibility of... John, you've literally got a ninja right there. How about you send your ninja in, and the ninja can have a bit of a loopsy roundy and decide what's there. So, yeah, that's the army we saw previously. Mostly samurai, but also some light cav, and the samurai aren't very experienced. That is significantly more scary. Again, a mostly samurai, but way more experienced. That's the sort of army we need to murder on a favourable ground, because that's their, you know, proper experienced battle-hardened army. Also, hilariously, because you've survived that last fight, could you actually, like, escape right now into this here boat? So, bloody hell, you've survived! Well done, you magnificent bastards! And speaking of navies, right. There's one navy I think I just chased off here, so you have got to fight on this occasion, and that will pull in all the other Takeda fleets too. So, okay, these guys, we could just, yeah, mop up nice and easy. Beautiful, though my trade ship is getting knackered over time. We need to go and, yes, let that thing recharge sooner or later. Still, 3 fleets go down. You are just one little bomb ship right there. I'm going to send the ship we just captured after you. You'll probably lose, but I kind of don't care, because I'm not paying for you, and that will damage you slightly, and you're taking attrition anyway. You get back into safe waters. Beautiful. So you're just taking damage every time there. That's just 2 trade ships. And speaking of trade ships, I think at this point, with, yeah, 3 trade ships and 3 proper ships, we can just move in over here and, oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, claim our 5th cocking trade node. Get onto that thing, and beautiful. Another 400 gold, and it doesn't even have to go that far. Beautiful. The bigger problem, though, is just, yeah, small numbers of tiny boats cocking everywhere. And fine, we're like, you know, defeating them, capturing them, etc., etc. But the enemy are producing them faster than I could bloody keep up with it. And in particular, hang on, I just saw a second ago, the Hojo have genuinely managed to put together a semi-decent navy right here by Shikoku. And I do not appreciate that. And there's only so much I could do to chase them down because, yeah, even if I send fleets after them, they just retreat once, then it takes all my movement points to track them down and finish them off. And speaking of which, bloody hell, guys, I could do without more pirates right now, okay? Please just cocking a leave. Bare minimum, yeah, that gets me a new trade ship. And no, don't run away. Well, unless you're going into deep water, I suppose. Keep after them, okay? Do not let them cocking escape. Right, this one took the personal touch just for safety, so see off of the trade ships, and then, yeah, just basically cycle between fire arrows from one ship, then another. And because you are a bigger ship, just use our superior speed to keep a distance, keep firing. Yeah, when you are basically, yeah, maybe 30 seconds away from fire arrows, fire arrows out of the other ship, yeah, just keep the ship on fire at all times, basically. That's all I want. I just want them to be constantly on a fire. Because, yeah, when they're on a fire, they will stop and do repairs, and when they're doing repairs, they're not firing at me. So here we go. Fire isn't even out yet. A second set of fire arrows. It comes in. Keep on firing with a regular boat. You've got more fire arrows in 20 seconds. That should be even more fire. So, oh yeah, they're in a flipping trouble. And there we go. They surrender. Beautiful. Though that doesn't change the fact that, right, there's more Eco-Iki forces coming down in this direction. So, seriously, I may have just slightly taken my eye off the ball when it comes to navies. There are cooking enemy ships everywhere all of a sudden. You know what? I'm bringing this fleet back towards home. We'll just take out all of these guys one by one and... did I chase you guys off earlier? I think I may have chased some of you guys off earlier at some point. Right, just keep pushing them. Sooner or later, one of these losers has got to actually fight. Gosh darn it, they all escaped into, yes, deep waters. And bare minimum, oh, that's more troops heading towards here. You know what? I think we need to actually just trade some new boats, including more proper European ships, actually. Let's get some of them into production, please. It does feel deeply weird to be, you know, training boats again, after we swore off doing that so long ago. But apparently I may have got a bit ahead of myself in that regard, so... okay. The big choice is here. That Takeda army is scary. I feel like we just sacrificed Harima. We don't need Harima. Not that urgently. I'm going to send this army northwards. They can help mop up against, you know, all of these forces and do the final push into the northern territories of the Eco-Iki. And my main force, meanwhile, which does need to, you know, recharge for a second anyway, they can fall back to Bison, because in Bison, they'll regenerate even cooking faster. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, next turn they'll be back up to full strength. Spot on. But most importantly, lest we ever forget, this guy somehow cooking survived. Well done, good sir. So, okay, let's just keep an eye on the Hojo here. Is that fleet actually, like, planning to do anything? I don't know. I don't really know what it's after. You, of course, are moving into Harima, which we basically just sacrificed. That's fine. You can have it. No trouble, my friend. I'm happy to, yeah, take on you, and specifically the Takeda, on more favourable grounds. And speaking of which, oh, bloody hell! That's 3 armies. The Takeda have sent in literally cooking everything. And you can just retreat as far as you can, please. You just get back into friendly territory. Lovely. Okay, the Eco-Iki aren't done quite yet, and you just retreat as well. You're just a trade ship. That's fine. But yes, I think the Eco-Iki are on their last legs. The Takeda, however, they're only just getting started. Thankfully, I've still gone to 1 ninja nearby. So, right, that's the army we already saw, which is pretty experienced samurai. Even more samurai, but also a highly experienced cavalry, given this is the Takeda. And then, even more cooking samurai. Oh, this could be a problem, actually, yes. Still, on the plus side, we're going to have Hoki back at least. That one's nice and easy. There we go. Nice, easy, decisive victory. Lovely. So we'll be having that and... hang on, just clear out the map a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's looking a lot more blue in this bit of the world all of a sudden. Still, I would say, as the Takeda finally show their hand, how about we call it a punt there? But next time... right, to be honest, yes. Mainly, we just need to be trying to figure out how we're going to be dealing with this Takeda force. Because if they toss all of those armies at Bison at the same time, I think they could win. So, we need to find a way to, yes, start dividing them up a little bit. Make it so they're not just all travelling around together. And there's a few ways I could do that, but okay. It's going to take a bit of careful planning to make a flipping happen. And on top of that, we can finish steamrolling through the Eco-Iki up north. And don't forget, yes, the fight out on the sea is getting a tiny bit more precarious. My troops are getting worn down, damn it, and the enemy just keep cooking coming. So yes, Realm Divide appears to be heating up, and there is plenty more action to come next episode, so hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Shogun 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big.
They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!